Among the ancient teachings of the Dhammapada, there is a quiet and powerful virtue, one that is often overlooked in our search for happiness. That virtue is patience. True patience is not simply waiting. It is not passive or weak. It is a form of deep wisdom. It is an inner strength that allows us to move through life with calm and steady grace. The Dhammapada teaches us, one who patiently endures harsh words and unfair actions is like a solid fortress standing against the wind. We live in a world that pushes us towards speed and instant results. We are conditioned to want quick answers, fast progress, immediate solutions. We expect life to unfold on our terms, on our timeline. But life has its own pace. The sun rises and sets in its time. The seasons change when they are ready. A flower does not bloom because we rush it. Patience is understanding this rhythm. It is realizing that everything happens exactly when it's meant to, no sooner, no later. How often do we feel frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like? How often do we become impatient when people don't meet our expectations? How much suffering do we create for ourselves by trying to rush life? The Dhammapada reminds us, patience is the path to peace. Patience is not about giving up. It's not about standing still or doing nothing. It is a quiet strength, a steady presence that allows us to stay centered even when things are slow, even when progress feels distant. Patience is trusting that life is unfolding, even when we can't see the results right away. But how do we develop this kind of patience in our daily lives? How do we remain calm when everything in us wants to push forward, to fix, to control? It begins with awareness. When impatience rises, when we feel tension, when our breath becomes shallow, when our thoughts start to race, we can simply pause. We can breathe. We can notice what is happening inside us without trying to change it. The first step is always to observe, to witness our impatience without judgment, to stay present with whatever we are feeling. The second step is to remember, we do not control time. We can plant seeds, but we cannot force them to grow faster. We can give our best effort, but we cannot always choose the outcome. Patience is letting go of the illusion of control. It is understanding that there is a time for planting, a time for growing, and a time for harvesting. The Dhammapada teaches us, the wise person is patient. They are not disturbed when things are slow, nor do they cling to what is past. Patience is also an act of compassion. Often, we expect others to change, to understand, to move at our pace. But every person is walking their own path. Each of us carries our own struggles, our own fears, our own timing. Being patient with others is offering them space. It is allowing them time to grow, to process, to become. Being patient with ourselves is just as important. It means accepting that we will not always get things right, that we will stumble, we will feel lost, and we will make mistakes, and that's okay. Patience is the kindness that allows us to wait without tension. It is the calm that carries us through difficulty. It is the trust that reminds us, everything, even pain, is temporary. The Dhammapada says, those who can wait will see their difficulties melt away like snow under the sun. Impatience is often born from fear. Fear that things won't work out. Fear that we'll lose something. Fear that we're falling behind. But patience quiets those fears. It teaches us to trust the process. It helps us release rigid expectations. It brings us back to the present moment. Patience is a gift we give ourselves. It allows us to walk through life more gently. It helps us listen fully, without rushing. It gives us the space to breathe, to be, to enjoy the here and now. When we are patient, we stop chasing the next thing. We open ourselves to the simple joy of what is. The Dhammapada reminds us that patience is not weakness, it is true strength. There is strength in waiting. There is strength in slowing down. Patience is the shield that protects our hearts from the poison of urgency. The next time you feel impatience rising, pause. Breathe. Remember, the goal is not to get there quickly. the goal is to walk in peace. The flower blooms when it's ready, not when we demand it. The river flows at its own pace, and still it reaches the ocean. Each day offers us a chance to practice patience. When someone speaks to you with harshness, when life delays your plans, when you are asked to wait, see these moments as invitations to cultivate inner calm. Patience is not a destination. It is a way of moving through the world. It is built breath by breath, step by step. Today, I invite you to practice patience with gentleness, with kindness, with yourself and with others. May these teachings from the Dhammapada stay with you. May you find serenity in the heart of waiting. May you discover, through patience, an open door to true inner peace.